So the last week of August, the DP1 group went and set off to Borderlands, which is an adventure camp located at the foothills of Sri Lanka's Central Highlands, for 3 days of pure action intended at metaphoricizing our experiences in the next 2 years in the diploma course. Now on the last day of the trip, a service element was incorporated, where the group split up and went off to directly interact with a diverse array of members in the local community. Now why is it important? Why should we go and interact? Why should we go and engage? Why should we care? Well, the answer is quite simple. We're global citizens. We're privileged enough to lead the lives we lead and go to the schools we go to and have the experiences we have. And as a part of being responsible, as a part of truly being global, is having the compassion, having the heart, having the determination to go out and make life better for other people, and this is exactly what we did.
We got split into different groups, and we had a service activity where my group went to interview a monk at a temple nearby, and it was very interesting because we learned how to ask questions in an interview and include memory questions, experience questions, and judgment questions to make the whole situation more comfortable. And it was also easy because the monk could speak English, so it was much easier than we thought to communicate and to find out more about his life and about the village and his influence in everything.
I'd very like to be a monk, and my local grows from my chief income here. So he also asked me, would you like to quit jobs? Okay, I said.
So it was your own decision?
Sorry?
It was your own decision?
Yeah, it's my decision.
We interviewed a Buddhist artisan. He did it for Buddhist weddings, and he was about 60 years old. He had been doing his craft for 30 years already. It was a very long time. We learned the importance of, even without taking in materials from technology and from the modern society that we live in, that he could create something substantial that had meaning to him.
My village coming Kitulgala Jivat whenever?
From birth. From birth.
Okay, so we interviewed was the tea plucker and the supervisor of the tea plantation, and what I learned from that was that they have to work really hard in order to earn, and they work around 8 hours a day, and it doesn't matter if it's raining or if it's like really hot or cold. They just keep on working, and I think they really enjoy their work.
He's finished the school. He's 20 years old. He's come work into the tea plants. Alright, it's a big thing. Yes. That's the good thing. He won't go into school, he like.
On the last day, my group went and interviewed the catamaran business of the village, which is basically there to transport the people from one side of the river to the other side, especially students. And we learned a lot about his life and his future dreams and his family, which I thought was interesting because he let us in onto our lives, even though we were complete strangers to him. And what I admired the most was the fact that he was living so simply but was so happy with what he had, which was great.
How many hours?
The more people there are, the more he likes the job.
Okay, we interviewed the rafter, and what I learned from him was that they don't see their job as a job. They more see it as what they like to do. So if we went west to the US, you would think that their job was like useless or insignificant, but if you go into his shoes, he sees it as something he loves, like a passion that he wants to do for life.
मैं बॉडी कार्ड में गांगा तो मैं हिट याद है बॉडी कार्ड में मेरे को मैं आस है ना हम आस से बदे ये पार्टी was doing in this morning like his whole life was around the river and all that so this is better हाँ तो मेरे में जॉब वगैरह में आस है ना like love the job passionate about the job and stuff like that उन्हें आस है ना happy to आस है ना
ये पूरा वो ले बैठना हम किया ना पूरा पिछले तो काम है
I asked him what he likes about the river and he's like during the when the water level is high he likes how the rapids and all is most amount of fun.
You know, over the last few days we have seen clearly what's at stake in this election. The news from Wall Street has shaken the American people's faith in our economy. The situation with Lehman Brothers and other financial institutions is the latest in a wave of crises that have generated enormous uncertainty about the future of our financial markets. This is serious.